Welcome into the Ringiverse. This is, of course, the Ringer's Next podcast feed for all things fandom. We are Jomi, the explainer, Adeniran. You've got questions, easy like answers. We are Steve, the architect, Ahlman, the builder and tinker of things. We are Old Man Van, he of the receding resurgent hairline. Together, we have the Midnight Collective with us today in full, the original Midnight Collective. We've been getting different versions of the Midnight Collective.
Rotating cast.
Rotating cast. We had Isaiah in here.
Yep.
Overserved Isaiah.
All right.
Who else? Who's the guy that was Arjuna's place for a time?
Neil. Real deal Neil.
Real Neil. But now we got him back. We got Aleya, O'Brien, Zenieris, Arjuna, the Watcher, Ramgopal, and Jonathan Black. So I was about to do it bad, bro.
Wow.
But I can't.
It's good you didn't. It's good you
Jonathan, Chocolate Man Kermah. How's that sound?
You know, I don't give a fuck.
Your heart's not in that one, though. I can tell.
It's not. I wanted to say something else, man.
Oh, okay.
But on
something bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I mean, now you might as well say it. We can cut it if it's really bad.
No, I don't think it's bad at all.
Then say it.
Then say, why are you looking at me?
What you mean?
Why are you looking like we need your permission? Like,
I was about to say Jonathan La Brea Tar Pits.
Hey! Hey, yo, that's
that too
OD.
much?
that's a lot.
That is.
Okay, bleep it.
No, you gotta
I mean,
bleep it.
it's
You
not
gotta
like-
bleep it. It's just like
It's not a bad word.
That's
It's not a.
Tar Pits is crazy.
Yeah. HR gotta see me, bro. HR gotta see me, man.
And we are the Midnight Boys.
HR gotta
Kerm, I want to say something.
I hope it's sorry.
I apologize. You guys have to remember the rule about apologies.
Once you apologize, we
I
keep it
don't
pushing?
subscribe to this rule.
Huh?
Once you apologize, we keep it pushing.
It's once anybody apologizes.
I don't. Okay, no.
But here's the thing, though. You have to apologize within 5 minutes.
Okay.
So if you apologize within 5 minutes, it's over.
What about changed behavior afterwards?
Yeah. What about commitment to change?
Nah, that doesn't.
Also, what happens?
No,
What happens
oh, yeah,
if the
no, it's not.
person
Of
doesn't
course
accept
not.
the apology? It's just like, yeah, we
But see,
keep it
Kerm,
pushing.
here's the thing.
Mhm.
You have to accept apologies. Because
No, you do not have to
definitely don't.
accept apologies.
Not forgiving is a way to like separation and not
This
being,
is
you know what I mean?
toxic. This is
I-
So
toxic.
for example,
This is more toxic than the waste that Joker fell in, bro.
Yes.
This is tough.
the tar.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long episode.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Right.
Have y'all ever been to the La Brea Tar Pits before?
Yeah,
Man,
it's great.
A while ago, yeah.
Do you ever think, okay, because they have animals in there,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's not funny.
Well, no, you're staunchly anti-zoo.
It's not funny to put the
Don't like the
animals
zoo?
in there to like relive why do we treat animals like this? To relive the horror of the animal's life when they got like stuck in the tar?
I
Because
mean,
they're in the tar and it's like, oh my God, it's a woolly mammoth. It's a like all of this
Okay,
stuff.
it's
so
not
you
a-
think bringing them to the scene of that
It's not a real
horrible
woolly
thing?
mammoth.
But what I'm saying is, would there ever be, what if there was a guy, like
Mhm.
an actual man
Mm-hmm.
and his family that
Mhm.
fell into some quicksand?
Yes.
And we're like, oh my God, this is the quicksand monument. And then we put this guy,
Mm-hmm.
Neil Schlumley,
Neil Shumley.
and his whole family
The
who fell
Schlumley
in
family.
the Schlumley family who fell into quicksand 1905.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. Quicksand as a thing is no longer a thing, but it used to be a big thing.
Yeah, in movies and
And-
stuff.
Right.
yeah.
So what if we just put him and his whole family,
Neil Schlumley and the Schlumley
Neil
family.
Schlumley and the Schlumley
And all of his
family,
descendants.
Yeah.
and his descendants didn't fall into the quicksand.
Sure, yeah.
So but they
here's-
would be triggered by this. What if we just put a statue of them in the quicksand in there and like, haha, Schlumley family, you guys fell in the quicksand.
Well, we wouldn't do that, right? Because, like, for example, the Donner Pass, right? Like where the Donner family went.
Yeah.
We wouldn't erect a memorial, but we would call it the Schlumley, quicksand field.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's one thing to say, hey, the Donner Pass, because then it's like, that's a warning.
Yes.
But what if when you drove the Donner Pass, there was like a fucking mannequins of the Donners and all of the stuff that they went through because they started eating each other and
Yeah,
shit,
so
right?
yeah,
That correct?
yeah, yeah.
What
Maybe
if
it's
there
the
was, like,
biggest warning.
A kid like chowing down on somebody's fucking femur or some
Mhm.
shit. Like, what if they did? That's not right. So then why would we do that to the woolly mammoth and to the saber-toothed tiger and to all of the things in the Jonathan Kermah Memorial tar pits.
I think
And
you might
like-
be projecting a bit of trauma onto animals that they might not know.
Who also
what's
been
up.
extinct for millions of years.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that their memories don't live on.
That's
Do you care about extinct animals? I'll tell you right now.
not as much as
the
living
southern-
animals.
the
I'll say
southern-
that.
Wow.
It's a priority.
Yeah, okay.
Make sure that the rest don't become extinct.
So then,
Yeah.
so
I care about polar bears a little bit more than woolly mammoths.
an animal goes extinct and you just don't care anymore.
No. If an animal goes extinct in my lifetime,
Fuck 'em.
absolutely.
Fuck 'em.
No.
Fuck 'em.
I didn't
Fuck
say
'em.
that.
Fuck them.
Did not say that.
Fuck them. That's basically what you said.
No, didn't say
Animal
that.
goes extinct. Fuck them. Dodo bird. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, that was hundreds of years ago.
fuck them. Fuck the dodo. Fuck the dodo bird. Say it.
Man, speaking of flightless birds, the penguin.
Yes, thank you so very much,
Well,
Jomi.
why would we move on though? You guys are a center of the conversation. I've been railing against the millennials or the Gen Zers all morning.
We noticed that you have your Congress outfit on
I've
right
been
now.
railing against them all morning. You're scared of the conversation. Just have the conversation.
Have the conversation about fuck the
Basically
dodo.
a filibuster
Can I be
at this
honest with you?
point.
Right.
It's not. No, it's not. I was asking a question and he wouldn't
Senator,
respond.
can I be honest with you?
Kerm, I'll tell you something about Kerm.
Yo.
Why? Kerm
What is
now?
going
Why
on?
Kerm?
Kerm is going to go further than you guys
Okay.
I hope so.
because he is willing to have the conversation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I destroyed Kerm and Aleya before you guys. It was crazy how I swacked them. Arjuna was uncomfortable.
Right.
Arjuna was uncomfortable because he knows I'm with them.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm trying to big them up, and Arjuna's like, man, stop giving them the keys to the kingdom. Anyway, all right, whatever. We can move on. It's nice to know this stuff. I'll tell you straight up, I would rather talk about the animals than talk about anything else.
Clearly.
Do we love animals on this podcast?
Yes.
Yes, this is an
Yes, we do.
animal-friendly podcast.
Absolutely.
Kerm, you love animals?
Sure.
No, that's the
not a
wrong
good
answer.
That's not a good answer.
What's your favorite animal, Kerm?
An elephant.
That's good.
Okay.
That's the best animal.
Don't forget.
Yeah, it's the best animal. If you had to power rank animals, elephants would be at the top.
Why?
Kerm, who's your least favorite animal?
Least favorite animal. I don't fuck with mosquitoes. Do we count them?
I think those are insects.
Insects?
it's insects.
I don't
An
know.
insect is definitely an animal. Kerm cooking right now.
Any scary fish that I see in like the deepest depths
don't like
of the
bats.
ocean.
Follow us on socials.
Yeah.
Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Save Jomi's job, Jomi.
Social going great. Hey, we're on 40K on IG. Shout out to you guys, but only 29.9 on TikTok. Rank up those follows. Let's go.
What do we need to do on TikTok?
We're doing, actually, Joe and Mal interviewed Jack Schaefer, the creator of WandaVision, or not creator of WandaVision, creator of Act All Along and the writer of
Yeah.
WandaVision. And those clips are going nuts over there on the TikTok. So need y'all to keep running them numbers up.
I saw a TikTok video with this guy, and he said, don't open your Oreos like this. He had a pack of Oreos,
Okay.
and he cut the Oreo pack in half. And he said, don't open your Oreos like this. This is bad.
Uh-huh.
And then he said, the way you should open your Oreos is he then took the flap, the resealable thing,
Yeah.
and he's like, open it like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was so transfixed by the absurdity of the video that I probably watched it like 4 times.
Yeah.
Just because of the simple nature of just like, this is how you open a packet of Oreos.
These are the types of videos that we should be doing on TikTok.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to do a series on TikTok, Midnight Boys, how to eat a hamburger.
Okay.
And
How to use a Ziploc bag.
How to tie your shoes.
how to tie your shoes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Midnight Boys, how to run in a straight line.
Yeah.
Midnight Boys, what to do if you fall into quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Midnight
Put up a
Boys,
memorial.
like the whole deal. Like Midnight Boys, like these are the things that we should be doing to get people on TikTok because TikTok is bullshit. So let's
yeah.
just play into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we put our
Should
stuff.
we go full brain rot?
No,
should we
this
just
is
like
good.
put?
This
Should
is
we
great.
on our own official clips like have our clips next to like
Oh,
power
Subway
welding?
Surfers.
Yeah, or lathe
Oh my
videos
God.
or stuff like that.
Yeah. Somebody just like making a knife and
Yeah.
it's just us talking. That's good. That's good. I'll write that down.
We're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and watch every Midnight Boys and House of R on youtube.com/@Ragerverse. You guys got to watch on YouTube, and you got to like, you got to comment, you got to share. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently. I've been watching a lot of different videos on YouTube.
Your algo is nuts.
Okay, let's look at my
imagine.
algorithm
Oh,
too.
Yo,
wow.
what's going on in this pod?
I mean, we were just looking up some of the
What's
greats.
going on?
I apologize to everyone in advance. So that means that I get to do whatever.
The second,
This is not
already
making a
apologized.
pod.
Yeah, that's the rule. You have to apologize 5 minutes before or after you do the bad thing.
Yeah.
We have to be forgiving. And that's very important. I've already apologized.
We also have to commit to better behavior as well.
Okay, so this is what I've been watching.
No manches.
Why black politicians ignore black voters. Garrison Hayes, great YouTuber.
Okay.
Privileged teen thinks she can get away with murder.
What?
The case of McKinsey.
Oh, okay. This is like a
Sam
murder
Harris
mystery?
actually confronts Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
Then we got the Lost Kings of House Targaryen.
Okay.
This is my
you got it
history.
in
A
there.
lot of Aegons, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Charles Hamilton getting punched by a girl. Remember that joint? You guys remember when Charles Hamilton got punched by Breonna Latrice?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you guys, that's my algorithm. Jomi, what's in your algorithm? We want to be in your algorithm. All up in it.
Get nasty.
We want to be, Jomi, we want to know what's in your algorithm. Aleya, what's in your algorithm? What did he say?
But I just said this is about to get nasty. Like, what are we doing? I feel like this is a game where we're just playing.
Jomi and he went, this is about to get nasty.
I wasn't specifically talking about Jomi. I'm just saying, like, are we just checking algorithms until some crazy shit pops up?
Probably.
What is this segment?
Okay, I apologize once again.
Great. Now it's over.
I'll tell you
Program reminders. Tuesday. What's in your algorithm?
Power Rangers. I was watching Power Rangers this morning. It's at the gym. It was fantastic.
You were watching it. You were watching a show of the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Mystic Force.
Mystic Force.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know that. What happens there?
Man, they got magical powers. It's a whole thing. We don't have time to get into it. It's awesome.
You were watching. Okay, great.
Watching, it's good.
Steve, algorithm.
It's like, okay. I got higher learning on here.
All right, that's enough.
Miss-
You're pandering.
Real company guy.
You're pandering. You're pandering.
It's right here.
You gotta
It's
play
right
the
here.
you gotta play the drums.
Look.
You gotta play
I
the
don't want
drums.
to do it
man.
anymore. I don't want to do it. Give me the drums, please.
Play the drums.
By the way,
bro.
just to let everybody
Look
know, we're bringing transgressions back. The podcast really started to go off the rails when we did not have transgressions. It really kept us in line. All right, Tuesday House of Art will be giving you their season catch-up on Penguin later this week. Blood and Mash returns as well. Mint-Vember is upon us with coverage of Arcane Season 2 every Saturday this month. How's that going, guys?
Well,
Going
so
great.
we're covering the first 3 episodes of season 2
Yes.
on Saturday. And I got 2 words for you. Phi, Caitlin, Jace, Jinx, must see TV.
It's true. It's great.
It's awesome.
Hey,
On
Charles, come
today's
on
show,
back. Very clearly, he misses you.
I gotta have Charles.
By the way, this is like basically your on a Mint Edition episode.
I gotta have Charles. I gotta have Charles.
Gotta have the foil.
Gotta have Charles. All right, it's just it's weird. You know what I mean? It's like taking this is like an ice cream social.
Right.
Okay, gotta have Charles. Look how close you guys are sitting. You ever see that meme where like there's all of the stalls open
We got to get to the show. It's
and like the guy goes to pee right next to the
Yeah,
other guy?
yeah. Stands right next
That's
to the guy.
what this is.
Yeah.
Look look at this.
Aggressively friendly.
There you go. Today's show, we're giving you our reactions to the penultimate episode of The Penguin. We're really into the penultimate episode of The Penguin.
almost done.
Penguin taking fucking chances as a show.
I like it.
What the fuck shit stacks? All right. Spoiler warning. All Batman, all DC, Booster Gold, Creature Commandos, The Peacemaker, anything that's in the DC wheelhouse,
That's right.
which Penguin is not,
Yeah.
we might spoil it. Spoiler warning. We're getting ready to talk about
The Penguin.
You're listening to a reaction podcast. The spoilers are coming. To begin our reactions, we have to give you the Midnight Manifest. No one can really do that except for Chuck, but he's not here to the chagrin of everyone. So Jomi has to do it.
Here.
Let's be hopeful that Jomi can do it competently. And let's take it away.
All right, guys. This is episode 7 of The Penguin. It's called Top Hat, directed by Kevin Bray, written by Vladimir Chekhov. We start with the flashback. Oz is with his mom and his brothers. She's busy, so she sends him out to go play. They go give money. They go give something to a gangster who then gives the money, and they go to play flashlight tag. But Oz doesn't like the way his brothers are playing, so he locks them in the sewers and then goes home. And it starts to rain, and his mom's like, "Hey, where are your brothers?" It's like, "Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna stay with you." and we go and cuddle, and then they drown, and he's kind of cool with that. We get why y'all looking? We doing this?
Can you
Go for it.
Focus on the manifest.
I'm focused on manifest.
You
Y'all are the ones distracted.
I didn't do anything.
Lock in.
I was locked in.
See, I'm telling you right now. I see it right now.
This is split.
We're back in the present.
Okay.
Oz gets back home. Vic is knocked out. His mom is gone. He tells Vic, hey, Sal's pulling up. I need an army. Sal pulls up, roughs him up a little bit. We go to Sophia. She's with Oz's mom. Oz's mom actually is not really with the fuck shit and is giving it back to Sophia. She does have an episode, though, of her dementia, and that clues in Sophia to what's going on. We go back to Oz, and they go back to their lair with Sal. Sal's like, actually, all this is mine now. We taking this whole thing. Oz don't really play like that. They get into it. Sal dies of a heart attack before Oz can kill him. That's cool, though, because Oz is like, hey, I win. Boom, boom. Guys, we finna go to war right now. We go back to Sophia. It turns out that Gia saw something she wasn't supposed to see. Mm-hmm. And so Sophia has to go back to Gia and be like, yo, hey, man, what did you see? All this. It turns out that not only did Gia see Sophia have the mask in her bag, she also started harming herself because of what she saw. Sophia realizes she's just like her father. That's not going to slide, right? Oz calls Sophia, tells her the jig is up. Give me my mom, you get the product. Sophia doesn't like that. She sends a car to Oz's lair. Turns out it's not his mom. It's a bomb, which explodes and leaves a hole the size of like 3 football fields in Gotham. Not the first time Gotham's been blown up on film, clearly. Mm-hmm. And Sophia now has Oz's mom in the club they used to go to when they were children. And now we get to see what happens next week. And that has been your Midnight Manifest for episode 7 of The Penguin.
Kerm, you watched the episode. What'd you think?
Oh, wow. I thought it was really great penultimate episode, kind of setting us up for a crazy finale. I had a good time.
What do we want from a what do we want from a penultimate episode normally? Let's get into that before we specifically talk about this episode of The Penguin. Normally, a penultimate episode has to do what for you guys? To set up what?
It's got to put this. Got to put this. It's got to set the stakes correctly, right? Because we want to go into episode 8 knowing that everything is on the line. This is for all the marbles. And I think this episode did exactly what it had to do. And it put everybody like in play. Sophia, Oz, Vic, let us know that everything that happens next week is for all the whole kin caboodle. And so I think the episode did a great job in that.
It's interesting. Like I agree with everything that you said, but in a weird way, that's kind of the opposite about how every episode in this show has operated, because Oz is in his element when he renegotiates and changes his mind and changes things at the drop of a hat every single episode. Somehow it works.
Drop of a top hat.
But I don't think that might be the reason why a season finale could be successful. A penultimate is like, okay, like this is the ultimate, how is he going to get out of this one? Mm-hmm. And I think now all of the leverage that's kind of been laid against Oz has probably come to the fold now.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only thing that he really cares about, and that's his mom.
I just noticed something. Do you know why I'm miserable without Charles?
Why?
Why is that?
I just realized something. And it's, you guys, as there's a wave of sorrow that has just washed over me.
Oh, no.
When you said drop of a top hat. I realized something that like will forever change things. Mm-hmm. You guys are plucky.
Oh, no.
For some reason, since Charles has been here.
Oh my God.
And I've had him. I haven't really ever noticed it before. But you two watching the Power Rangers, Top Hat situation, a 17-hour Midnight Manifest where every single plot point is covered.
It's a recap.
Intricate episode.
All of those, and then you look at how happy you two are. You guys are plucky. You guys have a pluck that is only rivaled by the most annoying Star Wars youngster. a Princess Leia pluck young Leia.
Or
You guys are
perhaps a skeleton key coming
oh
soon
my
this
Lord,
December.
Jesus Christ!
Lock
I
in for
never-
that.
Yeah.
I never noticed it before,
Mm,
but that's the thing.
mm.
Do you guys understand that you guys are plucky?
It's kind of hard to be plucky when you're 28, but
That's
Right.
not true, motherfucker.
I don't believe it.
Plucky is a state of mind.
Uh-huh. It's a
Okay.
lifestyle.
This guy's damn near 40.
Yeah,
He's
it's
one
true.
of the pluckiest people that I've ever known.
It's true.
Good observations about the show, though. I will say
Yeah,
that.
no, we try.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
I think Oz is gonna again, the show has been consistent in the way that it establishes stakes, and what we think for a show like this would be, it's the ultimate. How's he gonna get out of this one? But this has been par for the course every time. I think it's just okay. Now the family's involved.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get to Sophia's whole thing in a second, but I think the important thing is she blows up the Blitz operation.
Yeah,
right? That does not matter anymore. It's about get back.
they.
now.
By the way, I don't know how long did they have that operation.
About like 3 days.
Can I ask you guys a
It's like-
question?
it's not
Can I
long.
ask you guys a question? Does Oz care that he killed his brothers?
No,
How do we know?
because he
mean,
sat and watched Fred Astaire with his
yeah,
mom.
he
For,
kinda just-
No. That's different. He didn't know that they were dying.
That's fair.
He didn't know that they were dying. He did not know that they were dying. When that was happening,
Mm-hmm.
he had locked them in there. I don't know if he knew that was an overflow tunnel that they were in.
Maybe.
To me, one of the best things about this episode is whether you read Oz's situation with his brothers as a murder or an accident. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
This episode kind of about making a monster. Sophia is going to the edge,
Mhm.
but she keeps pulling herself back.
Yes.
Every single time
Mm-hmm.
she's about to go to the edge, she pulls herself back.
Mhm.
Okay. She does it again this time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Goes to the edge. Oh my God, I'm my dad. Oh my God, what have I done?
Mhm.
Oh my God, and pulls herself back. How much of a monster is it going to take for her to beat Oz? For Oz, how much of a monster is he already?
Mhm.
Because if what he did to his brothers was intentional, which I don't think that the show reads like it was at all,
Yeah.
then he's been one for a very long time. And what he got from that was a close relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
If it hasn't happened yet, then the the last episode of the show
Mhm.
might be giving us the moment where he reveals whether or not he cares about that,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not he knew what he was doing,
Or
and
even
then-
if he went with the lie that they were still at the movies.
whatever, and what that tells us about his character and who he really is and who he will be going forward.
I think that's a great point because when he was taking care of his mom in the early episodes, he mentioned his brothers. I'm thinking he acts that way because of what happened to his brothers, and he wants, he's the only person who can help his mom get out of the situation. So he has to do the work of 3 brothers to help his mom and their family get out of poverty. But then you watch this episode, and again, he's just sitting there letting them drown. I guess he doesn't know, but I guess what my thing is next week, right, will probably be the thing where we find out what that is. Because to me, it kind of just reads like he's loved his mom the entire time when his brothers were there.
Yeah,
He's always had that thing for his mother. So with them gone, now I'm the only person who can have that love. I can be selfish about it. It more reads like he's just a dick who let his brothers die so he can have his mom onto himself versus that was an accident, my fault. Although I do see your point, though. I'd be interested to see what it looks like next week.
The way it read to me was that his weird. Okay, this is the way it read to me.
Mhm.
So obviously, Oz has some type of weird
Oedipus, yeah.
type of situation.
Oh yeah.
But his brother, Oz, competes with what he believes to be stronger than him.
Mm-hmm.
He feels chronically underestimated and put in the back. So it doesn't matter what's next to him. If anything is stronger and more confident than him, or if it seems that way, he competes with it.
Yeah.
Not just competes with it, he ultimately is compelled to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
He's compelled to kill anything that underestimates him or thinks that he's stronger than him. His brother, goes down to the bottom of the thing. We see his brother knowing what to do. We see his brother, taking him out. They're doing whatever. His brother's strong. His
Mhm.
brother's playing. He's the guy. He seems like there's a hierarchy, and it's Oz is a mama's boy. His brother takes care of everyone. He gets the money from the guys. It's like, let's go do this with it. He's like, nah, I got to give it to mom. He's telling him the whole thing. And then his brother goes somewhere Oz can't go.
Yeah.
And Oz almost reflexively kills him.
Gets mad.
Like almost reflexively. If you challenge his strength, he kills.
And how easily was that echoed in the very first episode?
Right. How much remorse is there for that? Is because that is what makes somebody who takes advantage of people.
Mhm.
Someone that whenever they're challenged, rather than meet that challenge with some sort of conversation or understanding, meets it with decapitating it. And so I really want to know how he feels about what happened, because that same tunnel at the end of the episode ended up being his safety.
Yeah.
His safety is in killing anything that might challenge him.
I'm very fascinated to see, because I think the implementation of Sophia on the board for him is kind of somebody that I would almost find myself rooting for to challenge him. And you'd think that they could make a great team. You'd think that they can make something together, and they always find a way to like keep repelling against it. There's no turning back after this point. But there's an interesting way to think that Oz will probably think of something that gets him not only out of this, but like him running a very special part of the Gotham crime organization now. I don't know if he'll be on the top. I don't see this as him being on the top. Do you think?
I don't think it's competition for the top anymore.
I don't think so either.
I think it's competition for survival. I think being the top went out a couple of episodes ago.
Mhm.
All of our characters don't even want the same things that they wanted 4 or 5 episodes ago.
Yeah, like I said, like she blew up the Blitz operation. It's no longer about like controlling the streets of Gotham. It's not about you disrespecting me, whichever. I gotta see your hands. Let's get it.
Competing traumas in a way.
Yeah.
Is the Sophia character continuing to go to the brink, continuing to go to the edge? Is that getting a little repetitive? Is it getting to a point now to where it seems like her only utility in the show is her contempt for Oz?
No, I think the show does a very.
What does she want outside of Oz? What is right now?
Well, because
after this, what does Sophia want outside of her contempt for Oz?
Well, we thought she wanted, to be the big boss. We wanted respect. And then she realized that she was just being her dad, right? And that's what turned her off. I think now what she just really wants is, respect, but not in the I'm the big guy, I'm the boss, like I control all this thing, respect. Just more of the like I'm the person who like nobody's gonna disrespect, nobody's gonna take advantage of me like my dad did way back when.
And it's probably challenged the best in this episode. I think the scene of the episode was when Oz's mom and Sophia were going at it.
The show has done a great thing where every time Sophia comes to the edge, it was against Oz's girl last episode, Oz's mom this week, and Gia this week, right? It's always a woman. Her whole thing was she was accused of like murdering all those the people that worked at Below or 42 Below, right? And like the cycle of violence against women, she doesn't want to be her dad. She doesn't want to perpetrate that violence.
And she gives every woman she encounters in this way of like a bit of grace because of that.
A bunch of grace when she comes to that line, killing Oz's girl, having like Oz's mom, Gia, takes a step back when she realizes, right, that she's having the same conversation with Gia that her dad had with her when she was like, yo, I saw the marks on my mom. What was going on? I said the marks on you. Like, what was the thing there? And he's trying to like talk her down. She's having the same conversation with Gia. She realizes, oh, yo, I'm the same person my father was. I think the show has done a remarkable job like stringing along her narrative to get to this point where now it's just like, all right, forget all the pretense, forget all the nonsense. You disrespected me. Now we gotta have it out.
A lot of talk from people out there in the Twitter sphere universe about where Batman is. Now look,
Okay, look.
That really came up again, didn't it?
it does. But
It
this
has
is-
to now. You kind of do have to have it because now there's a hole in the middle of Gotham.
This is where I'm like, okay,
This
maybe we need it.
This is what I'll say. I always wondered this, right? If Batman can't get to every crime in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are people doing crimes in Gotham that are like, on Monday, there might be a guy who gets like $50 million from the Gotham Savings and Loan. He just goes and steals it.
Sure.
And they make off with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're good. It's fine. We did it.
Mhm.
Okay. And then on Wednesday, they might be a guy who's holding up a Gotham 7-Eleven, and this is the motherfucker that runs into Batman.
Right.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like people?
It's luck of the draw.
Like, it's a luck of the draw when Batman's going to show up. Can you imagine like there's all kinds of crimes. The Joker is like holding people hostage, all of that stuff like that. And you legitimately are trying to steal from an apartment complex.
Right, or you're just trying to jump cars
You're
or
just
something.
trying to steal a car, like an old car. And all of a sudden
These are bad things. Don't do any of this. What?
Steve, you ever known anybody in prison before? You ever been to a prison to visit someone before?
I don't like this questioning.
Yeah. These are bad things. Don't do them. Like, just reduce people to their acts. It's coming out. I see it. Every little
okay. Like Batman?
Every week.
Like Batman does?
Every week I see it a little bit more.
Right.
Like every week. People do desperate things when they're in desperate situations, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Yeah.
God damn it. Anyway.
You don't know that I am not Batman.
No, you could be. You probably would be. But back to the situation. And so Batman hasn't been around.
No, he's not.
Batman hasn't been around. Like, and it's the luck of, once again, the luck of the draw in Gotham, whether or not you're going to see Batman or not.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to see him.
Mm-hmm.
What is your best theory as to where Batman is?
If this is a Batman-worthy crime yet, or like level of attention or heat.
Well, you got to remember in the movie, he was like, people were getting beat up on a train.
Yeah, that's
Batman
fair.
swoop in.
Yeah, that's just a warm-up, though. He just started the night. He just needs to like get loose.
But like sometimes you see Batman, a dude will be like robbing a purse and Batman, all of a sudden Batman, you never know.
My like actual theory is that he's probably like, getting ready for the sequel. Like literally like maybe like something happened at the aftermath of the Gotham, explosions. And now he's like, oh man, I noticed this and this. And he's out in like northern Gotham and they're out there in the southern Gotham going crazy. My, what I would do if I was him, I would have left Gotham and been in Bloodhaven with Catwoman.
That's where he's at.
Right.
That's where he's
So
got to be.
he's on
that's where
vacation.
I would be. So everyone
He's
that's
down on
asking,
vacation.
everyone that's asking the question, that's the only answer.
Right.
The movie goes off. She goes to Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
He comes back to Gotham.
He turns on Do Not Disturb.
But here's the deal. That's not what happened. What happened was, after he realized we weren't watching anymore, that man spent the bin.
Yeah.
Okay? He's in Bloodhaven right now, knocking the dust off something. And the reality of the situation is you guys would do the same.
No,
please.
So everybody that's asking where Batman is,
don't worry about it.
It's
easy.
That's
easy.
the obvious answer.
He's been gone 3
now,
weeks.
if he were in town,
that'd be kind of crazy.
he should be
because the news is talking about the Falcone death or the whole thing. So you kind of have to, where is Batman? He in Bloodhaven with Catwoman. I respect it, brother. I understand.
Is something else. Do you think that Batman? There are some that Batman just lets go. Like, can you imagine like Batman? Because you can't. If you're Batman, you got to prioritize.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
If you're Batman, are there something you go, hey, I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for the Court of Owls or whatever they're about to have.
Sometimes it's like finesse where like
you gotta let him go.
The person snatcher just like bumps into Batman's chest and then he's like, oh god, and then just drops the person, runs away, and like that's how you take care of
the mob stuff. Like
the mob stuff, like you've got to do recon. You got to do.
The mob stuff is always going on. Like if he just dedicated himself to the mob stuff, he could have enough time. But then you got
but then
the Joker.
He'd be at the cork board all day and he'd never leave the Batcave.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You have the Joker. You have like other stuff. You got to let the mob stuff. Like all right, they're gonna do that. And once they like reach a level of threat, which is opening a hole in the middle of Gotham, I think you got to make the call.
How do you think Bruce is narrating this as he's like watching? It's just like the Penguin just blew up his own operation.
October 31st. They just blew up the Crown Point.
Something.
That's where the poor people live, though. So I don't really care.
Van really doesn't like our vibe.
It's plucky. It's plucky.
You wanted Mint Edition in Van, you got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You got it.
Yeah, nah.
The funny thing about what you sow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I made some mistakes in the past. So,
You got it.
sparse Vic episode.
Yeah.
Vic is in the episode long enough to apologize, and then he leaves, and we never see him again.
It's fuck your guilt.
Yeah, fuck your guilt. Go out there and give me an army.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Very high leverage episode in terms of us understanding mom.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that we would get a mom episode
Mm-hmm.
because there were too many unanswered questions about the relationship between not just her and Vic, but her and Oz.
Yeah.
What do you think Oz's relationship with his mother means? What is it? What is it? What does it mean?
It feels nothing short of everything because I think that flashback really, really establishes it's weird because I would have thought if we got a flashback, I would have thought that he was just like the kid from The Omen of just like, okay, he'd kill his brothers and like cackle by the fact that I have mother all to myself now, or blah, blah, but like he's just very like affectionate and slightly possessive. He treats her even as a kid like the man of the house, like the guy that's going to be taking care of her. Like, oh, I'll take you to the movies. He's 12. Like he's walking around acting like he's been person that's
bread.
always.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that is? I have a theory about.
He looks up to Rex, and he doesn't have a dad.
His mother calls him strong.
Yes,
His mother.
she boosts him for
his
sure.
mother is the one that believes he's strong.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
His mother, like everybody else, treats him a little bit like his foot, his whatever, all of that. His mother, I was expecting that to be different. I was expecting his mother to, for some reason, show some type of disdain for him when his brothers were around.
or toxicity
Like,
or something
hey,
like that.
they're doing this, they're doing that. His mother is the one that says, hey, my strong boy, you're going to show people how strong. She believes in them that way.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if his belief in himself is tied to her belief in him.
I think
So
that's
he has to keep that. He's keeping himself safe by keeping her safe.
Yeah.
She has to die. She will die in the finale.
I have that's a pretty strong,
She has to die.
for sure.
This episode to me solidified that mom dies. Mom has to die next episode.
It was her or Vic. I figured would bite the big one at next week, but her again, that's tough. I mean, then you kind of have Penguin Unleashed, right? At that,
I mean,
point.
what would be a better origin story for the Penguin that we think that we know and love? That's completely devoid and acting out of insecurity and desperation for approval.
There's
when
nobody to time down.
The only source of approval that mattered is gone.
Yeah, that'll mean something. It'll mean something.
Mr. Doctor, Sexy Doctor Man.
Shades.
Yeah.
It's interesting that we're a podcast covering this show and we're calling him the name of a character from another show.
But also, we know exactly who we're talking about.
Exactly.
almost
And
said
they do
something
too. So he's useless. He's the first character in the show that actually sucks. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know.
When
I
he's
don't know
not
the
getting tied up and whipped in the chair.
Right, yeah.
Do we have a count of I'll be honest with you? Oh, thank you, man. I'm getting better at it.
Hey, save that money.
The character is whack. The character sucks. I don't know what the character is supposed to be doing. It seems like a character that is kind of just there.
Well,
I'm waiting for the character to make it. Am I wrong about
No,
this character
well,
sucking?
they have like a relationship. Him and Sophia from Arkham, and then she was the first person he was the first person she saw when she got out, right? And then obviously he's like, I want to work for you. I want to be there with you. I mean, he's the reason they found out about G in the first place, right? Because I'm sure they got LinkedIn, or group chat, psychiatric type shit.
Yeah,
And
but
so-
he's also like the mob doctor, but only the mob therapist.
Yeah.
In weird, like there's
I-
a level of agency where I'm like, I kind of like the idea of the mob doctor or like the person that like, because again, that was like when we look back to the Batman, Wayne Sr. saved Falcone's life. Like he worked with the mob. And he was part of that corruption. Like, I liked the idea that there's like these things of like extremely staunch ethics with working with people that are morally deplorable. And they seem to kind of just waste that to
The
be
doctor is just
it's bad.
He's just gone. It's
Yeah,
bad.
he's gone. I wouldn't say like he's got any good ethics.
No. But like I like the idea that like, oh, we had like Thomas Wayne, somebody that like was incredibly righteous, save somebody like Falcone's life.
Oh well, he not no Thomas Wayne, bro.
Oh no, of course not.
I've seen him tied up in a chair with his pants down. It's not the same.
You don't think Thomas Wayne gets it?
I mean, he probably get it. Not like that though.
How do you know?
How do you know?
I don't know. Doesn't seem like the kind of. I mean, hey, to each his own. You know, who knows?
He's
He's rather uptight,
Be a
wears
freak?
suits, goes to the opera.
It'd be a freakazoid. Gotham looks like a freaky town to me.
It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be, man. Yeah, we got people
You can
dressed
find
up as
what you need.
clowns,
Yeah.
penguins.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like a lot of poison ivy.
we got to think about it. There's a lot.
What? It's people dressing up like different things in Gotham.
I was
but that's
no,
Thomas
I was
what-
going to say.
Say it.
There's a lot of people out there, you know, because they have henchmen, right? They got goons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Goon Town.
Big
Right.
goon town.
Big Goon
Big
Town.
goon town.
That might be where it comes from.
That's probably where it comes from.
Could
Yeah.
be.
It's all the gooning.
It's like a lot of people out there. You have different people. There's different ways to make money.
We got to think about it, right? The Joker gets caught up. All right, well, I got to go work for the Penguin now.
Do you think
You
the
know what I'm
goon? Do you think the goons have to have like a
There's a
Like-
goonion. There's a
A
goonion
goonion for sure?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a goonion. Yeah.
do goons go? Like you say they go from. Can you be a goon in this situation? Because you said it, but I want to delve deeper into it. Can
Mhm.
you work for the Penguin, then for the Joker,
Can you double goon?
then for Two-Face? Can you triple goon? Can
Right.
you quadruple goon?
Can you goon around
I mean, you
town?
probably got to work.
Can you hit multiple goons in one day? Can you spend the top of a day working for the Joker? You're all in purple and green,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you like, I got to shift with the Penguin at
Yeah.
the end of it. Now you
we got the
dress like
Two-Face guys. We got to have the half
yeah,
suits.
the half suits.
the half suits. Like you got
Probably.
There's one dude in his closet. He got all the different costumes in there.
I would imagine so, because I mean, like, I'm sure it's expensive. You know, you trying to support a family.
Oh, that's
right?
what I need to see. I
know
need
what-
to see the job interview, and the guy dresses for the wrong supervillain.
Oh man, you
He
show up to
dresses.
the
He
you show up to the
snows up in a
Two-Face
parka
interview.
for Mr. Freeze, and he's
Oh,
like, "Oh, I'm
man.
sorry. This is the Penguin. You got to be."
That's tough. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to feed your family, right? So maybe you start one day, 8 to 4, you out there at the Penguin lair, and then from 4 to 12, you out there and you at the Two-Face lair.
Which villains are the most okay? Which ones are the furthest end on the spectrum in terms of who you're working for? Because
Oh.
I would say that Penguin and Two-Face, that's probably easy.
That's fair.
That's probably easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely
Penguin,
not the
Two-Face.
Joker.
If you're working for the
No.
Joker,
No.
Well, you
Absolutely not.
Hazard pay's crazy though.
Hazard pay's
Oh,
crazy,
I'm sorry,
but
you
again,
I'm trying to
it's
get
like
the bag. You might not even need two
oh, I
shits.
know which one it is. I know
Mr.
which one
Freeze?
it is. I know who is Bane.
Really?
Because you got to be in the wreckage, my brother.
Well, that's a.
They expect one of
They
us.
expect one of us in the wreckage, my brother.
Expect
Bane
one
had
in the
some,
wreckage, bro.
Bane had some
Fire
different
risers.
type of goons, right? Bane's goons,
I-
the Joker's goons were crazy in the movie too, but
Sure.
Bane's goons, they expect one of that nigga was happy to die. Bro, I
Yeah.
look back at that scene all the
Zealot.
time. I was like, it's like, they expect one of us, are you going to start a fire? Who fucking cares? You don't be there to see it.
No,
Like,
you know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
not about
you
that.
don't know what's gonna happen. But brother, enjoy your trip to oblivion. Fire to hell.
Yeah.
But like it's for him, I always was he just took his shit off so easy. He's
like, yes.
my brother. Like they expect one of us in the wreckage. And like he didn't. Hey, but okay.
He said, bet.
He's like,
all right.
I got you. I got you, G. I got
Easy.
you. Stay up. I'm like, what?
Hey, just
I'm like,
say- just- you know where the 740k to, right?
I looked at Bane and been like, all right, motherfucker, why don't you get in the wreckage?
Yeah. One
They
of
expect
us.
One of us.
Who is us?
Like, yeah, like why don't you get in the wreckage?
Imagine your boss.
Yeah, by the
one
way,
of us got to stay
Let's
back.
check the org chart
by
here.
the way, I'll tell you something else. You can tell he wasn't expecting to have to give his life up
to get
that
that
day.
question. No,
Because
hold
he was
on.
ready to go. You putting this shit on.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, all right, parachute
Maybe
ready.
if you tell me this, because
Oh.
that's probably how I would have come back at him. I was like, hey, dog, when we was planning this shit out, you know the scene where you're going to go here, and you're going to go here,
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
go here. You never said, okay, light this little model on fire. You're going to be in a wreckage. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Be like,
You
well,
tricked
no,
me.
actually, I'm not going
I
to
would
do
have called
that.
out sick that day.
I
It was
would-
one of my mental health days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just took
wellness
the day.
week.
Wellness.
It would have been
week.
wellness week for
Wellness
me.
week,
On the
there's
time for me to do that.
who doesn't implore wellness week.
Bane did have crazy people, but Bane and the Joker had crazy people too.
Bane and the Joker.
Bane and the Joker people are crazy. You probably don't want to pick from those guys if you're
Right.
hiring a mercenary goon. But Two-Face goons, cool.
I mean, it's cool. But you got to wear that suit though. It
I
kinda
mean,
goes-
he's just a regular gangster nigga, though. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
He's
That's
bipolar. He's mood shifts. We all work with a boss
But like,
that.
I feel like you start
Actually,
up.
most bosses in capitalist systems are Two-Face.
Jesus Christ!
You
Wow,
come in,
okay.
like you come in. Sometimes, like you look at him. I worked for Two-Face.
All right.
Hey,
So
Sometimes he was all right. Other times that
Sometimes-
motherfucker was fucked up.
Christ alive. I imagine you start at the mob, right? You start with the mob
You
level.
two-faced me at the end.
Well,
Anyway,
you start at the mob and then you work your way up to super villainy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the poison ivies, all that stuff. Like that's when you get the call. Hey, I'm going to the big leagues.
Mhm.
You know, I'm working for Joker now. Let's go.
I feel like Poison Ivy would be a pretty bad one. Like you're definitely not getting paid. You're just
You're doing a lot of
brainwashed.
activism. You're doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah, it's
But
love
I
of
feel
the
like
game. Yeah.
But I also feel like you're just, if we're going off of the George Clooney Batman movie, you're just essentially just like she gives you the kiss and you're just working for free. You're not getting no money. It's definitely
That's
non-profit
fair.
type of deal.
It's like
She
an
probably
it's an
poaches goons.
internship.
She poaches.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have all right. You got to have like a resume, right?
She got like a 10,000 Jomis working for her. White woman kiss you. All of a sudden, Jomi would be in there taking care of Poison Ivy.
Kiss on the
man.
cheek. All it took was a kiss on the
All it
cheek.
take is
Locked
a kiss
I don't
on
need
the
a
cheek.
No,
kiss.
he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
I just do it for the love of the game, man.
Jomi in there.
I tell my landlord to double my rent this month. I just like grinding. I like working.
Yeah.
So that's the type of mindset. You know what I'm
Taking
saying? Why
care of
not?
Poison Ivy social media.
Why not?
This world that they've created,
Yeah.
is this the most hopeless Gotham?
Um.
Seriously, this Gotham, I found myself in this episode, which was, by the way, a fantastic episode. Tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I found myself in this episode going, God damn, this shit is heavy, man.
I got to see a little bit about how the other half lives. Like, I think the ratio of haves and have-nots in this Gotham looks a lot more bleak, only because like you have like certain parts of town that are just underwater,
Yeah.
and that like are still being run by like FEMA tents and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, really bad. And to any way that like the high society of Gotham, it looks like that it would have been like, I don't know, like French Revolution level stuff, where it's just like there's only the mega rich and the mega poor. And for somebody like Oz that could just carve out like even a regular drug trade business, like even that seems like fruitless.
I think when the hole comes, like they blow up the Bliss factory and the hole gets in the ground, I'm like, all right, the cops got to get involved. Like somebody got to get
I
involved.
barely
They're super
seen
fucking
police
corrupt.
intervention.
And that's what
They're
I'm
super
and that's what I'm
corrupt. They
saying.
came to the house
It's true, yeah.
after she gassed her whole family, and it
Yeah.
seems like they were working on behalf-
about your loss.
Jesus
That's what it's.
Christ. But that's what I'm saying, right? Is that this place is completely and utterly cooked, and nobody's coming to save them. If Batman
Yeah.
don't come to save them, it's over. To your point, this Gotham is awful. I don't know how anybody could live there at all. It's terrible.
So let's think about it. Burton's Gotham actually didn't really seem that bad.
It was nice.
No.
You know, they were skating over. It was great.
Yeah, it was like kind of
Ice skating rinks.
Yeah. Then you had the Gotham of Nolan,
Chicago.
Just Chicago.
Yeah.
However, it seemed like they kept telling us
A little dirtier.
a little dirtier. This is like legitimately
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is
the
horrible.
first time where
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all got to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's very hopeless.
It's like,
but think about this.
What is
but,
the worst property value? Westview
but-
or Gotham?
but think about this. But
Gotta be Gotham.
But think about this. You're looking at this is important.
Mhm.
You're looking at people without electricity. The desperation of the town is actually driven home here
Yeah.
in a way that I only get in the comic books. You know, when I read Gotham Central, you let me read Gotham Central.
Yes.
That was a masterclass
Oh
on the
my
inner
God.
workings of the city.
Mhm.
And I'm really sad that the Gotham Central show isn't coming now because I actually want to know more, and this is a testament to the show, about this iteration of the city as much
Right.
as I want to know about all the characters and all the people that it made.
Because we think it's literally cartoonish just how impoverished and bad and downtrodden a city like Gotham can be. But like, there's ebbs and flows about how a city like this could work. Yes, it's bad, but how do people literally just get by? And little tiny snippets that the show has, like Sophia confronting Oz's girlfriend, heavy quotes, stuff like that. Like, you see little slices of life in Gotham that actually are worth seeing.
I think the cop angle is very interesting because I could imagine like Renee Montoya and a bunch of folks, and they're saying that they're trying to do their jobs, but they can't because of like either corruption by the Gotham PD or just the fact that they're broke. They ain't got no bread. Right?
Yeah.
People need help in all kind of places in Gotham, but they're only really helping the Waynes and those type of people
Exactly.
just because like we're hamstrung by the system. You know what I mean? Like that is interesting. That's like a story I think it's worth telling ultimately. Like we'll
So
have to
Oz
see it
should take
someday.
up like a social justice cause.
All Oz got to do is, hey, yo, break off some bread for them. You know what I'm saying? On the
Mhm.
other side, hey, man, here's a couple hundreds, a couple 20s, man. Take care of yourself. Just don't, when you see me, look the other way.
What's a win for Sophia? Sophia has completely transformed.
Yeah.
It's almost as if Sophia and Oz are in a transformation contest. Who can be the most different, and Vic as well,
Yeah.
who can be the most different of a character
Mm.
from the first time that we met them in this season of TV? She's probably the most different.
Yeah,
Oz is a lot
for
different
sure.
too, but she's probably the most different. Vic is completely different. But for Sophia to win, once again, we talked about it briefly earlier, is a win at this point just killing Oz? Is that the thing?
I'm making him
Is-
suffer.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe, but then what does she become? She doesn't know if she wants to be her father. She doesn't know if she's a Falcone. Doesn't know if she's a Gigante. Doesn't know if being a Gigante is actually a real thing.
Mhm.
Doesn't know it is she chasing something that she can actually even attain?
What if
I don't think so. And I think that's where the interest in the finale lies. Because at the end of the day, if you just want Oz to suffer, you hurt his mom, you hurt him, whatever, then what? Right? Do you then like go off, go to Italy? Right? Do you, when the cops show up, do you just go to Arkham and be like, bet, hey, but now you don't got no mom, you ain't got no bliss operation, what do you have? Nothing. I have put you down a hole that I don't think you can get out from. That's all it takes. Sometimes you just got to be a hater. At the end of the day, I think that's what it might be. It's just like I don't have to win. You just have to lose.
Yeah, it's very odd. I think that I'm not here saying that Sophia's like not built for this life or anything like that.
She's clearly not.
She's
No, she's not. But like, not to say that she can't do it, but like, she really shouldn't. I'm starting to think that her character actually is understanding that she shouldn't.
Wait, she could be savage enough.
She could. She absolutely could.
Because she's been pushed to a place where so many of her lines have been. She's had to cross them. She could be savage enough for sure.
But keeping the sense of self
and
is like
she's capable of tremendous feats of violence. But the reality is that there's a level of damage that she clearly doesn't want to do.
yes.
And she keeps stopping short of that.
Mm-hmm.
Either that changes, and she retreats away from the life. Even
Right.
you can't be a little bit pregnant, right? And you get
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
it's true. It's true. It's true.
What's wrong with that saying? That's a
No,
common
that's
saying.
facts. That's facts.
I know.
That's a common saying.
Yeah.
Fuck masters.
I literally am agreeing with you.
That's a common saying. Like, is that too much? Is
It's
that
not
too
too
far
much. It's not
sensually
not
and
too much
sexual?
at all.
It's not.
Why did it bother you,
It
Jomi?
bothered me just out of left field, man.
What are you talking about? Kerm, please.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard that expression.
You
So
never-
I've definitely heard
It's
that.
few,
I've
it's
definitely
few
heard
and far
that.
between.
Have you heard that expression, Arjuna? Of course.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
be a
a
little
thing.
bit pregnant. Once
It's
you're
not crazy.
pregnant,
You're
you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the is that okay? Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It was just out of left field.
Once you're pregnant, you're pregnant. And so it seems like she's trying to dip her toe into the water.
Mhm.
And every time she wants to go to that next step, she pulls herself back because she doesn't want to be your dad.
She does want
Exactly.
to be a dad.
And it's weird. I feel like that, like a better, like all of these things that I would want that have better resolutions for any of these characters outside of Oz either end up with them dead or walking away from these things. And I don't see how any of them can. I think Vic is a genuine toss up at this point. I don't know what is going to be in store for him. Either he's fully in or he's dead.
I guess. I hope Vic survives, just 'cause
Sure.
don't want that. The question about like the Penguin, like Oz coming out on top, I don't think there's a question of whether or not he comes out on top. I think he will, right? The show is about how he becomes the Penguin. I think it'd be kind of silly if it ends and he goes out like Franklin Sate. You know what I mean? Like that's really not how that could work, I don't think. And so I think what it comes down to is what does he lose along the way to become the Penguin? Is ultimately the question. Is his mom? He already lost the bliss. You know what I mean? Like when we're next week, when we're sitting down at this table and we're talking about the family, what did it cost Oz to become the man he always said he wanted to become?
Stop there. Look, you guys, it was a fucking great show. It was fantastic. I'll tell you something.
Hmm.
Tell you something right now.
Yes.
The Penguin has the opportunity, if it sticks the landing,
Mm-hmm.
to be the single greatest season of comic book television that's ever been made. That's my bold declaration. Not in terms of entertainment, in terms of quality. The single
I gotta
comic book show. It's hitting an artistic
and
creative mark that I don't know if a lot of shows have ever gotten to.
I
There's only a
think-
couple. The Boys season 1 I put up there.
Daredevil?
Sure.
Daredevil.
Which one? Season
Season
2?
one?
Season 1? No, season 2.
Wait, season
The
2 was
first
Punisher.
4 episodes of season 2.
Season 2 is good.
Then
Yeah.
Electra
So Daredevil
showed up.
season 1.
Oh, right, yeah.
What else we got?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4.
Right, of course. We can't
Yeah,
forget that.
You can't forget that.
Superhero television. I'm saying it's way up there.
Yeah.
It's the type of stuff that gets you going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I will say that it's not. It doesn't. It's not as tasty as some of the other stuff.
No, it's not as
It's not as tasty. It's not as viral. It's not as whatever. But it's sticky.
The quality. Yeah.
And the quality
dense
and
you can chew
everything.
on it. Yeah.
But it's not. It's not. It's
It's
Steve. That could have been an AO. It's.
I don't think I was an A.
I don't think. Maybe not. Maybe too much.
I was thinking of a steak.
Yeah. Okay. Wagyu.
Yeah.
But it's way up there in terms of what it's able to do.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think we'll see another season. I think this.
Well, they said the final episode of Penguin. So,
and they're enlisting Matt Reeves to like cook up some other potential Batman spinoffs.
Cooking it up.
Yeah, the Vic spinoff.
I'm into the Vic
I'd
spinoff.
I'd like the Vic spinoff. Sophia spinoff.
Nah.
No.
Actually, I don't need Vic or.
That's
Sophia.
what that's
Okay, wow.
don't
We
need-
ran that back.
Yeah.
Gotham PD, man. Gotham
Gotham PD,
Central.
Gotham
Yeah.
PD.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Gotham PD in this Gotham would be
It'd be-
Well, they
fascinating.
were gonna do
great.
it, but whatever.
Be great.
All right, you guys, that's it. It's over. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
The podcast is over. We'll be back with the penultimate. With the finale of Penguin. You guys got just real quick. Any predictions?
I mean, we think either one of Vic and his mom's is going to see the dust. I think Sophia gets carted to Arkham. You know,
I think
what mean?
Sophia is perceivably carted off to Arkham, but she's out in Italy. She's
Maybe.
she's under the Tuscan sun.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think she
Yeah.
dies, but I think
That's nice.
I would say Arkham. She goes back to the loony bin, and then Penguin is the Penguin.
So you think she's back in Arkham?
Yes.
Penguin is the Penguin.
Yeah.
We see Sophia in the future. I like the idea of her going back to Arkham. I think that kind of works. I think mom dies. in the
Mom
finale.
dies.
I think
Vic.
mom's done.
I feel like, man, because I
I'd
yeah,
hate
I
to
think,
see
oh, yeah.
Vic, but
if I had to pick one, the mom getting toast.
yeah,
And maybe Vic gets his happy ending. He goes to California with his old girl. You know, we take $500.
Maybe
get them
Vic
bus.
gets a happy ending in California with his girl. Yeah. Freckles.
you set that.
Why
up.
is everybody
on me.
groaning?
That's on me. No.
Y'all
set that up.
grown.
No.
You
It's,
did
I'm
it.
not. That's on me.
It's on you.
I have to take responsibility for my actions and my words.
But you said
Yes. Now apologize within 5 minutes.
It's, what are your predictions, Steve?
I think I really want Sophia to not be back in Arkham. I want some level of progression for her. Be that either in
You love you some progression, don't you?
I do love some progression and redemption. No, go to Italy. She's out. She's definitely out. She'll find a way because she knows that it's not for her.
Yeah, but she in Italy. She's not gonna be in the second movie.
That's fine.
All right,
She might
See the
come back.
sunset.
come back.
Doesn't matter. It's for
Do
her.
you guys?
She's rich enough. She's fine.
I don't think we'll see Batman, but like, would it be kind of crazy if they show like his cape,
Like he's off on a
Yeah,
rooftop
yeah.
somewhere, just like bum, 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 bum,
like the silhouette, like from like 90 yards away?
Or
It's like,
what- Or what if?
And he's like,
what
shit.
if they don't show Batman, but they show Zoe Kravitz? She's lying in bed, she's having a cigarette, and then all of a sudden you hear explosions in Gotham. It's been really a bad fucking couple of weeks in Gotham with all of these people dying and months and months and months. And all of a sudden you see somebody grabbing. in the scene, you know what I mean? And now it's
So they
him.
got Zoe Kravitz. They didn't have Robert.
they couldn't
They
get
don't want
Robert.
him. She's willing to come, but she's single now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean?
That means
Channing
that-
Tatum broke up.
Yeah,
Right?
her-
No.
Channing
What does that
Tatum
mean? Is for her like they have Zoe Kravitz money, but they don't have.
They might have been able to get her on a reshoot last
Yeah.
week.
Okay.
Let's come in here and shoot something real quick. You're not, you know what I mean? Like you're
All right.
single. She's single. She's single. Is she? Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure. Please
Real quick about Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
go.
Go for it.
And this is not. wait a second.
Why do you have to preface it?
I love the
When you
caveat.
gotta-
I
when
love
you
the
gotta
Van Lathan
preface it,
caveat.
Okay, but wait.
Okay.
Because it's not. When you do stuff like this,
Yes.
it's very important.
Yes.
Sure.
Because we're about to objectify.
Oh.
And here is the thing.
Again,
with-
not we.
This is a. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's me by myself. Okay, so I'm giving a preamble,
Right.
because I want to know from y'all's generation,
Uh-huh.
two beauties of y'all's generation, not in
Yes.
my generation. I'm older.
Yep.
Who are you folding first for?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe Kravitz
Okay.
or one Zendaya?
Why are we putting
Why are we
Why are
doing
you doing
this?
LeBron versus Jordan? Don't do this.
What do you mean?
Don't
Why
do
are we doing
this.
it? Because Zoe.
Because they're two light skinned women. Like, what are we doing right
they're
now?
not just light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Biracial. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're not just light skinned. And by the way, here's the deal. The reason why we're doing it is because they're both at the tops of their games.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Zendaya just wore a Cher inspired outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe Kravitz was killing it.
Yes.
The question is to you guys, you two, your generation beauty, Kerm as well.
Oh, you champ.
Who are you folding first for? Zendaya or Zoe Kravitz? The two Z's. Somebody should do a cool spy movie for them together.
Mm-hmm.
The Z twins taking on. That would be awesome. But
Right.
before we get to that,
Okay.
Oh, yes. No.
okay, before we
Can't
get
wait
to
for
that
that.
cool, empowering spy movie,
Sure.
it's okay
Mm-hmm.
to have a question.
Yes.
Who would you fold first for? Who's more of your taste? Who's more of your?
I do
your
remember
cream?
seeing this on my ballot when I was mailing it in.
This is tough,
Yeah.
man. You're splitting hairs at this point.
Mhm.
You know, these are two people top of their game, just excellent competitors. And when any way you slice it, both of them are excellent. You know, just there's really, I mean, you could go either way, frankly, about it. You know what I'm saying? Who's your GOAT, Jordan or LeBron? You know what I'm saying? Who's the greatest hitter in baseball? Shohei Ohtani, Babe Ruth. No matter
Exactly.
how you slice it, you're getting two of the greatest to ever do it.
It really is. It really is tough.
It's tough. It's hard. There's no
You're
real.
splitting hairs.
America
hairs.
You're
decides.
splitting 3A to 3C curl patterns.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, cut the fucking mics.
I hope people get that joke. I hope people get that one.
Jeez.
Some people might not.
Louise.
They're biracial.
Some people. Oh,
It's like went limp like one of those dolls. It's just been.
You have an
Oh,
answer?
you really need an answer.
you really need an answer, brother.
We're gonna put that out there for the people. And by the way, it's not because I could ask another I could ask who's better out of Channing Tatum and Tom Holland.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Like
Who the-
in
who-
what?
who
In
the women-
acting or in
Aleya.
franchise
Watch this.
retention?
Watch this. Aleya. Who are you folding first for? Watch Aleya stand on fucking
If it's
business.
Channing Tatum from Step Up, it's Channing Tatum. But otherwise, it's Tom
I
Holland.
feel like
Okay,
Channing
wait,
might be
but-
out of his
right,
prime.
okay.
Hold on, but wait though.
Channing's
But
not out of his prime.
But watch,
Nah, man,
hold on.
it's
But
different.
once
It's
again
not the
though, watch this. Watch Aleya stand on business.
Okay.
Because that's what she does.
Right.
Right? Watch Aleya stand on business. Aleya, who are you folding first for? Holland or Channing Tatum?
If it's from Step Up, Channing Tatum, it's Channing Tatum. But otherwise, it's Tom Holland.
That's what I'm saying.
Easy.
Okay.
Answer.
But that's not the same though. They're not in the same weight class. It's different.
My
Know what I'm
answer is Zendaya.
Watch Aleya stand on business once again.
All right.
New nickname, Aleya SOB Zenieris. Brand new nickname. Because while I'm trying to get y'all to
For stand on business.
she stand on business. Aleya SOB Zenieris. Aleya
Right.
standing on fucking business. Because she been standing on business.
Mhm.
All right.
One time me and Aleya were having a conversation on Higher Learning a couple years ago.
Mhm.
Sure.
And she dissed my dead dad to my face. That's
Wow. I don't think that-
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Yes, she did.
She's shaking her
She
head.
absolutely did not.
That
She's not
absolutely
lying.
happened. Aleya, and by the way, at first I was mad. I was like, oh my God, like I was gonna cry. And then I was like, she had a point. So like so what I'm saying is like Aleya stands on business all the time, but y'all refuse to. Y'all
It's
refuse
tough.
to.
Give me.
No, it's over. You had your
All right.
chance. It's the
We sold.
it's Steve beatbox situation again. I can't get y'all to commit.
I was out of breath then.
Like
How are you out of breath beatboxing?
I can't get you. I can't get y'all to commit. That's it. That's a wrap. Tuesday, House of R will be giving you their season catch up of the Penguin. Please watch and support House of R as they're doing top tier podcasting over here while we're giving milk toast takes. Can't even get the motherfuckers to answer the questions. It's crazy.
It's tough. I don't know.
Later this week, Bud Mash returns as well. Mint-Vember.
Is it Zoe?
Yeah, it's Zoe.
I'm
You
thinking
guys,
Zendaya.
Mint-Vember is upon us.
If I had to
All
lean
the
one way,
pluck in the fucking world. You can go over
You
there.
wanted
and
to
you
come
can
on?
get it.
Did you
I
want to
do.
come on?
Oh,
still do?
you know what? I'm coming on, and I'm going to show you guys.
Yo, hey, yo.
I'm coming on, and I'm going to show you guys how plucky I can be.
Let's do it.
I have a new fucking persona,
Mm.
the Pluckmeister,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to debut this persona on Mint Edition. He's like this.
Do you do the squeaky? Oh no, it's just silent.
Guys, hey,
I would love
hey,
it if it was
guys,
just
I'm on
silent.
the podcast. Like, hey guys, hey, wow, whoa, whoa, this is cool, guys. You guys haven't. I was at VidCon. And I was able to hang out with some of my favorite YouTubers
Niggas, that
and
really
really
do
get
not sound
down
like
into wow,
That's
W
crazy.
Riz.
whoa, what's going on?
Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk, Riz up, Libby done. Guys, it bothers me so much when I see content creators not letting us into their space on Twitch and
If I had
other
to go, if I had to pick
platforms.
one,
Okay,
I'm going Zendaya.
I wanted Kai Sanat. Our producers are Steve, the architect Ahlman, Isaiah Blakely. Nah, he wasn't on this one. Steve, the architect Ahlman, Jonathan Black Chocolate Kermah, Aleya SOB Zenieris, standing on fucking business. Aleya SOB Zenieris. The Dylan thing is out because she's
Dylan's got to be ready to stand on business.
Yeah, Dylan got to stand on business.
Dylan said, but the Dylan thing is out.
Okay.
Okay, it's Aleya SOB Zenieris.
Zenieris.
Jomi, the explainer, Adeniran on socials. Hashtag Jomi worked for free with Poison Ivy. Love it. Additional production from Arjuna, the Watcher. Ramgopal. Jomi, you want to try again?
I can give it a shot.
Go for it.
Okay. The podcast is over.
Yeah.
This episode is done. We're leaving our jobs and joining the union.
Chuck, be honest with you. Jomi's on his shit. Okay, I'll say
This is not bad. You don't have to describe it, but what website were you on when you're like, oh, I've seen too much? Like there was like a moment where you genuinely saw something that you did not want to see on the internet.
I don't know. I mean, I've been in it a long time, right? Like,
Yeah.
So even as a kid, like you see all the stuff you're not supposed to see. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I think.
I just remember early like
Oh, I know.
late 2000s 4chan was real rough.
Nah, I won't even. I mean, maybe, but that's the internet. I think
That's the internet, yeah.
for me, if I'm being like completely honest, it's probably Baby Gronk and Livy Dunn. I was like, that's enough.
Baby
too
Gronk
old.
and Livy Dunn.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't know that.
Baby Gronk versus up Baby Gronk versus up Livy Dunn. You don't remember that?
If I Google
I
this,
used to
will this
love that shit.
Bro, that was
That
like
dude that used to stare into the thing and be like, Baby Gronk, Riz up, Livy Dunn.
I don't know what I was like. What does that mean?
This?
Play that guy shit.
Baby Gronk live.
Oh, Jesus, I love that guy.
man. I was like,
That guy is so hilarious.
I was like,
I
I've
don't
had
know
y'all
what
ever
this
seen
is.
that guy?
What are you talking about? What is
Baby
this?
Gronk just broke up with Livy Dunn. And he's looking like into this. He's got like his eyes are dead.
I didn't know what was happening. That was I was like,
What the
yes.
hell is this?
Enough is enough, champ.
This all right.
Too old. You know, internet used to mean something.
I
Used
read
to.
the Unforgivable video.
There used to be gods on the internet.
Yeah.
You know,
Unforgivable.
nigga Higga, man, changed lives.
What? What?
That's what he was.
That's
That's
his
his
name.
name.
That's
That's
his name.
Nigga Higga.
Oh, I never seen
What
it.
is this?
I think it was one Niga. I think you're supposed to pronounce it Niga Higa because like you're really just saying nigga. Like
What is it?
I mean, he's missing a G, but you know, Nigga Higga. What?
Am I gonna get an explanation as to
he
what
was
this
a
is?
YouTuber.
He had the most. He was like one of the biggest, or he was one of the biggest channels for a long time. Like literally had the most subscribers
In
on
like
YouTube.
when 20?
Ooh,
You don't know How to Be Ninja?
2007.
I don't what?
How to Be Ninja?
Oh, Ask a
Yes.
No.
No.
He's
How
like
to
one of
Be
the
Ninja.
OG
Steve
Asian
is
American
old.
YouTubers.
I am old. Yeah,
Clearly.
I remember Ask a Ninja from back in the day.
Hey, y'all remember that little Asian boy off YouTube? Nigga Higga?
What?
He was Asian. He was
He was Asian.
Asian.
That was,
He still
wait,
is
no, that was
Asian,
Shout out,
actually.
shout out Ryan. Shout out Sean. Man, we.
Yep.
I don't
The
know.
OGs.
what this is.
Ryan Higga. Yeah.
Where's he at now? Like what? It's Higa, bro.
He
It's Higa.
streams now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a
A lot of
streamer.
them
Yeah,
stream.
on Twitch.
This nigga has 20.9 million
Do you guys remember
subscribers
Kev
on
I'm
Jumba?
telling you, yes.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Remember Kev Jumba from that era?
That name sounds familiar.
How would I spell
familiar,
this?
but
He
I
became a
definitely-
monk.
Nigahiga.
He got
Yeah.
into a car accident and became a monk.
Oh, that's not funny.
It
That's
was
not
crazy.
funny.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing other things now, but it
Good
was
for
wild.
him. Good for him.
You say in all the videos, tee I remember that, man. Good times, bro. Jenna Marbles,
Yeah.
I remember Jenna Marbles.
Annoying Orange, man. Epic Mealtime.
Epic
Oh
Mealtime
my
was
God.
great.
Epic
The
Mealtime.
bacon.
Nigga
Pandemic
Higga
there.
don't do his thing no more.
Nah.
He hasn't put no videos out in years.
Nah.
Whatever happened in Epic Mealtime?
Oh, they muscles glasses.
Didn't Jenna Marbles go
Harley
MAGA or something
Harley
like that?
is
No,
like everywhere.
no.
Ooh.
Jenna Marbles did not
we
go
got a man here
MAGA.
with AI
She just
thumbnails in that
left
channel
the
now.
internet.
Yeah.
I feel like she went MAGA.
No, that's a crazy thing for you to say. She did
Roy
not
William
go MAGA.
Johnson got up out of there.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Equals 3?
He's still around.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he does TikTok now.
No.
Oh.
They all do TikTok now. That's not the same.
No, but he does
Wow.
it the same way he did his YouTube videos.
Really?
Like the
Man,
little
look at
news
look at
section
this.
or
Look
whatever.
at these thumbnails from 13 years ago. They really were.
Bro,
I
Candy
miss OG
Pizza,
YouTube
man.
so
Oh,
much.
fast food lasagna. Oh, man. Bruh.
A 138,000 calorie burger.
Dog.
When Trisha was eating on her like kitchen floor.
That was like 6 months ago.
Fair enough.
That was
what an
6
era.
months ago.
Still makes the same content. Not the same.